In the gaming landscape that we live in today, it's obvious to see that the industry has turned into one heavily reliant on remasters, ports, and annual release franchises. It's obvious that there is growing frustration with the gaming industry over this fact, and while many companies show no sign of slowing up and pushing out brand new ideas, there are plenty of franchises that have sat dormant for years that the world would welcome a return with open arms. Here are just some of the most popular ones to name a few. Now you're probably saying to yourself, wait, he just had a remaster come out, and he has a racing game coming out this year as well. And you'd be correct, but that's not the Crash game I'm talking about. What we actually need is another Crash Bandicoot platformer, a new adventure for the wacky marsupial to spin his way through and face off against Cortex, or maybe somebody brand new. It's just an idea, and I'm willing to bet that most of you probably agree with me. Next up, we have the spin-off Pokemon title, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. When this series first came out, the concept certainly left people wondering if it would work. However, getting to play as the Pocket Monsters for a change was a really nice change of pace, and the exploration-centered gameplay allowed for a different aspect of Pokemon not seen in the main series entries. Personally, I felt that the most recent entry was a little dull in terms of the story, and the recruiting mechanics left much to be desired as well. But graphically, it was by far the most impressive entry. So, here's hoping the series makes the leap to the Switch, a platform that I believe is the perfect fit for it. While the last BanjoKazooie game came out in 2008, I think we all know what kind of Banjo game we'd want if the series actually came back. The title was obviously at its peak when it was a simple platformer with character and humor. The bird and bear are gaming icons, and ones that deserve a return to their former glory. Which means all we can really do is sit back and wait for Microsoft to realize the gold mine that they're sitting on. A classic through and through, and one you can expect to find in most homes that had an N64 back in the day, Pokemon Snap came and went, leaving us with nothing but a camera-sized hole in our hearts. Now I'm not stupid, and I get that on-rail shooters don't exactly break the bank today. But Pokemon Snap may be one of, if not the only, successful on-rail shooter outside of arcades. The demand is no doubt there, and the fact that the 1999 title is the only one that was ever made is an absolute tragedy. Since Pokemon Snap's release, there have been over 700 new Pokemon created, so the possibilities are endless to make a new, fun, and engaging game. Even Game Freak's director Junichi Masuda has stated that he would love to see a sequel be made. With today's technology, a nitro-fueled racing game that's benchmark is racing at blinding speeds would be a no-brainer to see continued support throughout the years, right? Then why is it that Captain Falcon's most recent FZero title dates all the way back to 2004 and was released on the Game Boy Advance of all platforms? I shouldn't even really have to go into detail on why this needs to be made, and sadly, most gamers today would recognize the character from his adventures in Super Smash Bros. Over his own games. It's not right. Nintendo, fix it. I'm aware that the last Paper Mario title was only released about 2.5 years ago, so it hasn't really been that long that we've had to wait. But with that said, Color Splash was okay at best, and Sticker Star was complete garbage. However, the first two games in the series, Paper Mario and The Thousand Year Door, were both incredible. I want a Paper Mario in the RPG structure of the first two titles, or even the slightly less RPG style but still deeply fun Super Paper Mario. I'll take anything but another Sticker Star. A rollerblading game in which you control anti-establishment teens on rocket-powered skates using graffiti to oppose the oppressive dystopian society they live in. That's incredible. How is that not one of the most unique ideas ever used in a game? And yet somehow, the last Jet Set Radio was released all the way back in 2002. That's nonsense. Sega, you need to get on it. You gotta bring the GGs back. Because the cel-shaded style for which the series is known for would look incredible today. Well, that about wraps it up. Please feel free to share with us any of your favorite franchises, as well as any that you think need to make a comeback that I missed. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like, subscribe, and then go check out our other videos, 'cause they're awesome.